Hi, hello, welcome to Big Easiest Ways to Wellness. I'm your host, Holly MacKenna, integrative psychiatrist, and I have an amazing woman with us today. Dr. Susan Welsh is a physical therapist, and also I've heard so much about her as far as her Tai Chi skills, and she's a Tai Chi instructor. I really wanted to bring her on because so many folks have had difficulties with being in the moment right now with so much coming at us. And then when I talk to folks about mindfulness, if I don't see their eyes roll, I can definitely feel their eyes roll, because sitting still and trying to just, people think I'm Buddha on the mountaintop, that's mindfulness. When really you can do mindfulness in a different kind of way through mindful movement. And Tai Chi is something that's really accessible to folks and not everyone knows about. So Susan, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm really excited.
I'm really happy to be here.
Tell me a little bit about what led you on this journey to really embrace Tai Chi and Qigong and
Well, I graduated from PT physical therapy school in 1974, so I've been a physical therapist for a long time. And I've always, even before I went to physical therapy school, was interested in yoga and meditation, but I always found it really challenging to sit still and to sit. And I was on a trip to California and was in San Francisco and saw people doing Tai Chi. And when I got home, I searched for a teacher here in New Orleans, and I found a wonderful teacher, Bob Parker, in 1992. And then he introduced me to his teacher, Dr. Yang, who is my current teacher, who lives in Manhattan. And I've been his student ever since. And I've been teaching, I started teaching on a regular basis in 2005 after Hurricane Katrina. Okay. And as a volunteer at a senior center, and then I also was teaching physical therapists how to incorporate Tai Chi into their practices for patients and for clients. So it came from myself wanting to be able to have a movement meditation, because I love movement, and being still was not my thing. And so Tai Chi just fit. And I've just, no one is born, my teacher says, no one is born knowing how to do Tai Chi. It is a practice. And the beautiful thing about Tai Chi is that as you get older, you get better at it. It's not one of those things that getting older and you can't do it. It's as you get older, you get better at it.
I love that.
It's a wonderful practice that has a lot of nuances, and yet it's very simple. And you can practice it. I tell my students, think about having Tai Chi in your hip pocket, that it's always there with you and you can always practice it. You don't have to, no one even needs to know that you're practicing it.
Oh, I love that. So do you find that you practice it every day yourself?
Yeah, I do. And the more I do practice it and incorporate it, it just kind of settles everything out. My life seems to be more fulfilling and tranquil. And so it is a practice. I haven't always done it every day, but especially with the COVID, I found it hugely helpful. And we're doing classes online. My teacher has classes online that I take, which is wonderful, because without the COVID, I wouldn't be able to practice with him every week. So it's really made a difference in my life. There are many benefits. When we talk about Tai Chi, we practice it to nurture ourselves and to build Gong. Gong is spelled G-O-N-G. It's kind of a funny word, but that's Qi Gong, and Tai Chi is part of Qi Gong. And benefits, you have physical benefits, and you have mental benefits, and you have spiritual benefits. But the physical benefits are the ones important to me as a physical therapist in terms of better balance, fall prevention, more mobility or flexibility, and better endurance, better strength, especially wonderful for strengthening your legs and your hips. And then there is the mental component that you're learning new things, you're challenging your mind to remember things and learn new. And there's Tai Chi is so vast. There's like you can learn just the Qigong, and then there's the Tai Chi forms, and there are many, many forms. So a lifetime of learning forms. And then you can practice with a fan or a sword, or it's just, so it's got that make it a lifetime of learning. It's like music. You can't run out of things to learn. And then the spiritual component is the tranquility and building tranquility. So meditation and mindfulness is a big part of Tai Chi practice.
Yeah, I was actually introduced to Tai Chi through one of your students, Weber LeBlanc, who I'm sure will be tuning in and watching this when he gets a moment, through my, I guess now my side gig, used to be my main gig over at the VA, but we've seen a lot of benefits doing it with the veterans there.
Yes.
I talked to you about before we came on live that, we did our own little pilot and saw significant improvements with post-traumatic stress disorder and with anxiety and depression.
Yes.
We weren't even really looking at the mood, but we saw these outcomes,
yes.
which was great.
And you also have better sleep.
Right.
Which is a huge thing for building resilience and being able to manage the stress that's going to happen to us in our life. Nobody is immune to life's events. So building that resilience, having a practice that constantly nurtures you. So building Gong is that constant improvement in physical, mental, and spiritual aspects. And I like that. I'm just turned 70, and I think it's made a huge difference in my aging process. And it's something that I'm sure will be even more important to me as I get older.
I think also you mentioned that it helps with balance and with strengthening. I've noticed I have, since having two babies and just issues with that, I have low back pain that I see a physical therapist for. But I've noticed when I've engaged in a class with you and when I've done things with Kleber that it really does help.
Oh, sure.
With that as well. And I think they actually have found, they've done studies on that that's also something that Tai Chi is really helpful for, is low back pain.
Helpful for your back pain, and yes, it's really helpful in a lot of ways. I had an injury about 2 or 3 years ago and fractured my patella and had surgery. And in my own personal rehab, the Tai Chi was very important for helping me to get back to normal walking. So so that's, kind of my mission is to share that with people and to also share it with professionals, physical therapists, occupational therapists, anybody in medicine who has contact with patients. We need it for ourselves. We need to, be able to keep our resilience so that we can keep doing what we love to do.
Absolutely. And then share that.
And sharing it.
Like you've said.
And it's easy to share. It's easy to share.
And so do you find when you're working in your physical therapy role that it's something that you're bringing into that as well?
Oh, yeah. And I teach at Delgado right now. I'm director of the Physical Therapist Assistant Program. And I teach it to my students, primarily for stress reduction for them as they're going through a difficult curriculum. Mm-hmm. But also, we use it when we're teaching therapeutic exercise, when we're teaching how to help people with their walking. We use it for balance training. I have several people in my classes that have chronic illnesses, whether it's Parkinson's disorder or multiple sclerosis or just back pain, knee pain, shoulder issues. We all have something.
Right.
And it's just one of those things that if you can make it part of your life, it will be something that is always there taking care of you. So you practice, and my teacher says, nurture, nurture, nurture. That is the key thing. So the number one thing in Tai Chi is to smile. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. And then also that idea that whatever you're doing, you're nurturing that in yourself.
Yeah, I love that it's so accessible.
Very accessible.
Yeah, when I describe it to patients that I'm encouraging to try it, I say it's very pedestrian. It's not, sometimes people hear things like yoga as a mindful movement and it just sounds really intimidating. It doesn't have to be, but it just feels different. But
Right.
Tai Chi, I reference, seeing people in the park, and people always envision like the older folks in the park, but as you've said, people get better at it with age, which to me means like, why not try it? It can't be that hard, right?
And it's fun for young people as well. Children are doing Qigong and Tai Chi, and it's fun. It's got that martial, Tai Chi is a soft martial art, but it was originally developed in China as a martial art within a village. People learned it to defend their village. So it's got that martial application, which is really wonderful in helping your mind to direct your energy where you want to direct it and not having it just be tossed into the wind. Whatever happens to you, you respond. Mm-hmm. So it's really a wonderful practice. And like I said, as you get older, you get better at it, which is kind of neat.
Yeah. And I love the idea of maybe embracing our inner warrior. As we take on the new year and, maybe change the narrative for ourselves and, improving our breathing as we're engaging in this type of practice is obviously going to help us as we fight off this pandemic and all good things. That makes me very excited.
I found that one of the things that I really didn't appreciate until the last couple of years is that it really builds confidence. And sometimes you don't realize how important that confident attitude is. Okay, I can do this. You've got to have that kind of can do to get to the next step sometimes, to get through the day. And so it's a gentle way to do it. It's a gentle, accessible way to do it. So I've gone to nursing homes and just done a little demonstration, and it's so fascinating to see that people just relax and they join in and they have fun and they smile, and it's just a little shot of pleasure, of happiness, of feeling good. And so one of the things is that it should always feel good, and you should always feel like you've gained energy by practicing Tai Chi. So if I do a movement that is big and somebody can't do that much because of shoulder limitations, then they can just do the movement smaller. But it's always important. My teacher says, no pain, much gain. And we are learning that in physical therapy as well, that the body doesn't respond well to pain. It resists. And so you have to find a way to move comfortably to really get things to be having more movement. And so I like that in terms of my thinking about the body and how the body heals.
I like that it's also modifiable.
Right.
And I know that at the VA we have veterans who are in wheelchairs who engage in Tai Chi and have a regular practice.
That's right.
I think that's why it's so accessible to maybe folks who might be watching who have found that they've, maybe due to the pandemic and isolation and maybe feeling kind of low, aren't doing a lot of movement, find they're spending more time on the couch or in front of their computer doing their work. More
time sitting, so much more time sitting.
Right? And so it's something that we can really engage in slowly. You don't have to get up and run a marathon. You can really do some practice, which if you would,
you don't have to buy anything special. It's all right there.
Right? You don't have to Amazon Prime this. You can just
don't have to get down on the ground. You don't have to, you can do a whole form in a chair. Claybear teaches and has gone to some trainings in wheelchair Tai Chi, which is beautiful. It's beautiful. They did it at the Special Olympics. A whole group of people did it as part of the opening ceremonies. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, beautiful. I love that. Mm-hmm. So do you think we can try some Tai Chi? This is a treat to have Susan teaching us. I can't say that enough.
Okay. So what do you think, Holly? About 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
Yeah, sure, that sounds great.
Okay. So I'm going to change my camera a little bit. And if you will just...
People sitting in the office. Okay.
Find a comfortable place where you can stand. And if you're not comfortable standing, just stay right where you are and sit. But when you're sitting, try to sit a little forward on your chair so that you don't lean back into the chair, so that you're sitting up nice and tall. It's another thing Tai Chi is really good for is your posture. So, okay, I think if I do like this, you'll be able to see me. Is my head chopped off? How is that, Holly?
Looks great.
Okay, so just begin. If you're sitting, sit up nice and tall. Imagine that you're growing an inch taller. And remember to smile. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just take this opportunity to pay attention to yourself. And the first thing I'd like you to do is just notice your feet. So if you could move your feet to be about as wide as your hips, so your feet are a little bit apart, and just begin to shift your weight a little bit to the side and then to the other side. So you're just putting a little bit more weight on one foot and then on the other foot, okay? So just shifting back and forth like that. And then come back to the center. And I just want you to think about the center of your body, your abdomen. And this is your energy center. It's got many names, but we call it our dantian, but it's our energy center. So now we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to put your hands on your abdomen and shift your weight a little bit to the side. And think about sinking your energy down into that foot. Then bring your energy back to your abdomen and sink it to the other foot. Okay, so we're just going to get this pattern of coming up, shifting to the side, sinking down. Excellent. Bring your energy up, shift to the side, sink your energy down. You might imagine that you are growing roots through your feet. So just let that energy go down into the earth and then through the other foot. We call this rooting. And then come back to the center and then shift your weight a little bit over your toes. So when I shift over my toes, I don't want to lean forward. I just want to shift a little bit more on my toes. And then a little bit more on the heels. And again, I don't want to lean back. I want to go down into my heels. So shifting over the toes and shifting over the heels. And then find that place where you have pretty much equal weight on both feet. And your weight is even on the front and back of your feet. Good. Then we're going to start thinking about our arms. So just let your arms open. So turning the palms out, opening the front of your body. And then let the arms relax and sink down. So opening, just open. Simply don't lift your arms, just let them roll out and in. And try to just relax the shoulders. Let it just be nice and easy. All right? And we're going to coordinate that with our breath. So breathing in, opening, breathing out, closing, and relaxing. And breathing. See if you can breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathing in and breathing out. Then let's do a little bit bigger. So you're going to bring your arms overhead, and then the palms are going to face downward, and you're just going to let that go down in front of your body. And then think about just letting that go into the ground. So turn the palms out, open, up over your head, palms down, as if your hands are on water and that water is emptying out of a big bathtub. Okay, so breathing in, opening, breathing out, closing. Nice breath in, breathing in, and breathing out. So let the movement follow your natural pattern of breathing. You can go slower or you can go faster, whatever works for you. Okay. So if you have shoulder issues, you can make this much smaller. But if you have the motion in your shoulders, and when you go up, see about looking up at your hands, following your hands as they go down. Opening. So in Tai Chi, we say that your energy follows your mind, or your Qi follows your Yi. So what our intention with this movement is to gather energy and move it through your body from your head, down through your chest and your abdomen, through your legs, and then just let it go into the floor. Then gather fresh, big, open, bringing your energy down. You can have your eyes open, but see if you can let your eyes be soft and follow your hands. Breathing in and breathing out. And let's do one more. Let's do one more. Big open. And this time, bring your energy right to your energy center and just hold it a moment. So this movement is called washing organs, or or we use it as a closing. And we're always wanting to bring our energy back to our energy center. So I call this movement Tai Chi First Aid, because it's just a great way if you feel you're stressed and you've been helping other people or doing things or out at the grocery store. When you get home, if you'll just do a few of these, it really brings you back to yourself. So when I teach school, I have 24 students, and at the break, I'll go into my office and do a few of these, and it really helps me. So the second one that I'll share with you, we're going to get a little wider stance, so just separate your feet a little bit more. And we're going to begin with the arms out to the side. And again, comfortable. Palms down. So make a soft fist with your hands. Then drop your elbows to relax your shoulders. That's it. And pull into your dantian. Then open your fingers, and this is a big open in front of you. Out to the side. Make that soft fist. Pull in to your dantian. Then open the fingers, the arms cross, and you go out to the side. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Remember to smile. It doesn't have to be perfect. Like the first movement that we did, our intention is to bring energy to our dantian. So as you open, you're gathering energy, and then you're pulling it in, good, to your dantian. And then do it again. Big open. And bring your energy right to your dantian. So let's do a few more of these. And just feel how you can get that nice deep breath. And breathe out. And let's do one more. Let's do a nice big open. And bring your energy right to your dantian. Okay, so this is second movement. And I'm sharing these with you today because these are my favorites. And if I only have a chance to do a little bit, I'll do the squashing organs. And it's very simple. You go out first and then up and then down. And the other one was you begin out and you go in and then open. So it doesn't have to be perfect. All right. Let's take this. Let's get a little different footwork for the next one I want to do, which is called drawing energy to your dantian. So you're going to begin with your feet together, and we're going to do this to two sides. We're going to turn the foot out to the side.
Okay.
Whichever way, you can do the mirror of me. It doesn't matter. You're going to be on one side. So if it's my right, but it might be your left if you're doing the mirror image. But I'm just like at 90 degrees. Then step out a half a foot length to the side. Then the front foot, you're going to step forward a full foot length. And the back foot, bring it in about 30 degrees, about halfway. And the front foot in just a little. And this is, my teacher calls this the harmony stance. It's also called the Santi stance. And this is the most functional stance. This is where we are the strongest. If you think about somebody boxing, they're going to be in a position like this. So one foot is a little in front of the other. And just begin by shifting to the front foot and then shifting to the back foot. Okay, and let me show you from the side. I'm going to shift to the front foot, and I'm not bending the knee a lot. And I really want to be able to look down and see that that I can still see my toes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shift to the back foot, and I want to feel a little bit like I'm sitting. Okay, so I'm not leaning back. And touching my trunk really stays nice and perpendicular straight. So just shift forward and sink, and shift back and sink. So again, you're rooting, you're thinking about letting all the energy go into the front foot and then into the back. And I will use my hands to think about sinking the weight down, then bringing it back up to your dantian and sinking the weight over the back foot. Excellent. And stay tall, so keep that idea that you are a little bit taller and sink. All right. So now you're going to sink over the front foot and just let your arms float up to about shoulder level. Again, you're going to make that soft fist, and you're going to turn the fist. So when you look at your fist, you have, we call that the eye of the fist. So you begin the palms down, make the fist, then you turn it so that the eye is looking up. Then shift your weight back, and at the same time, pull your hands into your energy center, your dantian. Then come up to heart level, open your fingers, and press, press. Let the arms elongate. Then do it again. So make the soft fist, turn it, pull into your dantian. Then come up to chest level and let go. So we're just going to repeat that, pulling into your dantian, then come up to chest level and let go. The breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And again, shifting back as you pull in and letting go. Breathing in, pulling in, and letting go. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Feel that. So our intention here is to gather energy and pull it into our dantian. Then come up to chest level and let go. And again, pull in and then let go. So imagine drawing energy into your dantian, pulling in, and then when you let go, you can let go of pain, worries, anything you need to let go of. Pull in that clean, fresh energy and then let go. And let's do a couple more and then we'll switch to the other side. Pulling in and letting go. And let's do one more. And let go. Good. Now we're going to do it to the other side. So I did that way first, so I'm going to do this foot now. I'm going to turn it out so it's pointing in that direction. And then I'm going to step out half of a foot length. And the front foot, I'm going to step forward 1 full foot length, and the back foot come in a little bit. So we just have 1 foot in front of the other, and I have a little space between my feet. So I'm not like this, my foot is out to the side. So this is a very stable posture that we want to nurture because it's a very good way to train your balance. So begin like we did before, so just shifting over the front foot and sinking. And then shift into the back foot and sink. I'm going to turn to the side because I think it makes it easier for you to see. Shifting over the front foot and don't bend a whole lot, just sink a little bit. Okay. And over the back foot, feel like you're sitting a little bit. And then shift forward and the feet stay flat. So I'm not lifting my heel, my feet stay flat. So just play with that a little bit and feel your weight on the front foot and then your weight on the back. On the front foot. And then just let your arms float up. Just imagine that you're in water and just let that lift your arms, make that soft fist, turn it and pull into your dantian. Then come up to your chest level and let go. So breathing in, pulling in. Breathing out, letting go. Pull that energy into your dantian or your energy center, and then let it go. Breathing in, pulling in, and letting go. In and let go. Keep your knees soft and just see if you can have fun with this. You want to feel like you're a little bit in water is helpful because you want to feel a flow. So just imagine that you're in water. And let go. Breathing in and letting go. And let's do one more. And let go. Now you've been letting your energy go, so we want to bring our energy back to our dantian. So we're going to do 3 of these. So 1, breathe in, nice big open. Bring that energy through your body, sink it into the ground. Then 1 more, and bring your energy right to your dantian. So, Holly, how's our time? Would you like to do 1 more and then close?
Or? 1 more, why not?
Okay. So, this one is, I think we'll do this one there. Tai Chi is also about moving. So we're going to move and we're going to be in that position where one foot is in front of the other.
Okay.
And the footwork for this is you're going to shift to the back foot and bring the front foot alongside. Then you're going to step out with the other foot and you're going to shift your weight forward, then shift back and bring that foot back. Then you shift your weight and step out. So you're just stepping out with one foot, shifting your weight forward, shifting your weight back, bringing the front foot back. So we're not going anywhere. We're just shifting forward, shifting back, bringing the foot back, changing the feet and shifting forward and shifting back and changing the feet. Let's do that 1 more time to each side and then we'll add the arms. And then shift back and other foot and bring it back. All right. In Tai Chi, we often think about an energy ball. So just place your hands in front of you for a moment and try to relax your shoulders. And you can close your eyes or keep your eyes open, but I want you to pay attention to the sensations in your hands. And as you pay attention to those sensations, move your hands a little closer together and then pull them a little further apart. Then move them together. So you could do this with your breathing. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathing in and breathing out. And so that's our energy ball. And we're just going to move that energy ball. So let's get it back into this with one foot in front. And we're going to take our ball. And we're going to, the foot that's in front, I want you just to turn it so that your hand is facing forward. And you're going to push. Then pull back. Pull it back to your dantian and bring your foot back. Then step out. And the foot that steps out is the hand that's in front, and you go forward. Then pull back, step back, change your feet, and push forward. Let the energy go forward. So we're pulling energy back to ourselves, changing our feet, and then letting the energy go forward. And then pulling back, changing the feet, and move forward. So see if you can use what we've done earlier to think about your energy going forward and then bringing it back to your dantian. then moving it forward, pulling it back, stepping out, moving it forward. So your intention is to practice being aware of what you're doing with your energy and also getting a little good exercise in there because we're moving our feet. We might have a rainy day and can't get out. This is a nice thing to do to get a little movement. And we could do it a little bit faster. Pull in, breathe out, pull in, breathe out, pull in, and smile, have fun. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can play with that. You can let your hands go. In Tai Chi, you often see beautiful hands. So just let yourself just imagine that you're really good at this and you can just feel that flow. Okay, you can do it to the side. You can change your feet. You can go around the room. And so it's not, there's nothing that has to, it's almost like a dance. Okay, and then we'll slow it down a little bit. And let's do a couple more, just nice and slow. And go back. And this will be the last one. And just bring your energy, and we're going to close that. So this nice big washing organs, moving your energy through your whole body, sinking into the ground, gathering fresh, washing it through your body, sinking your energy down. And one more. Bring your energy this time to your energy center and just place one hand on top of the other. And we're just going to rotate that energy a little bit in one direction and a little bit in the other direction. And then to finish, we just hold it a moment. Just feel your breath through your hands. And then you can bring your feet together and have a moment of gratitude and whatever you pick to be grateful for at this moment. And then we finish by the hand that's on your chest, make it into that soft fist and just turn it out like this. And there's a little salute or a little bow of respect to the people who have been doing the Tai Chi with us. So I'll come back and Holly, if you have other questions.
Thank you so much. I could feel the energy from folks, and I know folks were engaged, and I like to picture us all like sharing that energy.
Yes.
Bringing in our strength and just letting go of all the bad stuff. I love that movement, just letting go.
Let it go. And you can do it like that too. You can
get it out.
Just let it go.
And any of the bad stuff that we're dealing with personally or you know, together, we can let go of. I love that so much. Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and
You're very welcome.
What's the best way for folks to reach out to you if they're like, dude, I need this Tai Chi in my life?
Well, I do a class on Tuesday mornings and Friday mornings, and you are welcome to email me or call me. And so I gave Holly my email address. It's the best way. If you're interested in coming to a class, I have an email list, and I'm happy to add you to that. And there is no charge for the classes. People can join whenever they'd like, and you can come to just one. And so, you know, if you like it, try it. It's just a lovely practice.
It's super fun. I've tried it myself. It's it's a beautiful group of people, and energy is just infectious. And so trying that out, I really encourage folks to do it. You know, as I've said, it's a great way to engage in a mindfulness practice, to find a way to practice being in the moment. doing it through movement. It's just really accessible. Especially right now with so much coming at us, it just feels a lot easier. And then, you know, all the health benefits we talked about.
Oh, yeah.
Your mood, your spirit, all the physical benefits of balance, and blood pressure is another one that we found is lower when people are doing this practice. There's so many things, and
it's easy to do. It's easy to do.
Right. It's just really accessible. So if folks are interested in finding out more about integrative psychiatry, there's my website. You can reach out to me. I have free discovery call. There's also other episodes. There might even be a TikTok of me doing the Tai Chi form, not to the level of Susan, but as she said, it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Just fine. I'm definitely smiling doing it. So yeah, they're at darawellnessnola.com. And Susan, thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us. And please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube.